The San Francisco Bay Delta marks the confluence of California's two largest rivers, the Sacramento and the San Joaquin. Here, surrounded by industry, along the south bank of the San Joaquin, is the only wildlife refuge established to protect endangered plants and insects.
We're at the Antioch Dunes National Wildlife Refuge. It was established in 1980 specifically to protect three endangered species, the Contra Costa Wallflower, the Antioch Dunes Evening Primrose, and the Lange's Metalmark butterfly.
Ancient sand dunes, created from glacial deposits and sculpted by strong winds, created a unique habitat for flora and fauna.
The Antioch Dunes National Wildlife Refuge used to be a part of a larger riverine sand dune system all along the San Joaquin River here into Antioch and Oakley.
With the arrival of settlers, the dunes became a ready supply of sand, useful in making bricks for construction.
In the past, the sand was mined down to the hard pan in order to produce building materials like bricks. The sand dunes before used to be 50 to 100 feet taller. And what we're doing now is we're teaming up with the Port of Stockton and the Army Corps of Engineers to bring that sand in here and restore those sand dunes so that eventually we could bring back the two endangered plants as well as the host plant for the endangered butterfly, revegetate these dunes, and bring that butterfly back to this site.
Just offshore from the refuge is the Deepwater shipping channel, which provides passage for big ships between the port and San Francisco Bay.
Behind me is the San Joaquin River, and the Port of Stockton has to get vessels up to the river, and usually this part here gets low. There's a lot of sand material that deposits into the channel here, and so every year they have to remove some of that sand.
See that boat coming your way?
Dredging it's our maintenance. You have to maintain your infrastructure. And each year, sediment builds up in areas that needs to be removed so that we maintain our draft. We knew that Fish and Wildlife Service had a need for sand here. The sand that we are dredging from this river is perfect for this application. We met and it was like right away, it made sense for everybody.
The dredge pumps its sand slurry as much as 2 miles to the side on shore.
The material will be pumped through this pipe, a mixture of 10 parts per water, 1 part sediment. So we end up with a lot more water than we need on the site. The sediment mostly gets dropped out right at the beginning, and then the runoff continues down into these different cells and then down to the drainage area. We hope to give them a couple 100,000 cubic yards of sand over the next 2 to 3 years.
This site was a very important site for biological diversity in the past, and we're hoping by clearing this slate, perhaps those endemic species, we may see them here again in the future.
Engaging in the Antioch Dunes Restoration Project is just one example of innovative solutions the Port of Stockton embraces as a regional leader and responsible neighbor.
This is such a special project, a benefit to not only Fish and Wildlife Service and our nation, but to the region that we operate in, and we value that. That river is our lifeline to the world. There's so many resources out here that people don't see and know about. So it's a great opportunity to do a project like this that maybe sheds a little spotlight on the Delta and the good things that are going on out here.